What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights 91 coming to another video. So 2 days of the 2000 NFL draft have passed, and one player in particular that has been mentioned to be on the trade block by the Eagles, a player who many teams saw the Eagles being willing to trade, still remains a part of the Philadelphia Eagles for now. I am, of course, talking about wide receiver Nelson Agholor. During the press conference, General Manager Howie Roseman spoke briefly about Nelson Agholor and his future with the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, I'm gonna read that to you guys, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Basically, what Howie Roseman said about Nelson Agholor was that Nelson Agholor is a very important part of our football team. We're really excited to have him here. We're hoping to play well into January. We're going to need everyone. The Eagles, of course, drafted with the 57th pick in the second round, the second round pick. They drafted, of course, wide receiver JJ Arcega-Whiteside. But I don't see this guy being a replacement for Nelson Agholor whatsoever. I've watched film of this guy. I really didn't know much. Just to be honest with you, I really didn't know a whole lot about him. He was not one of those guys I heard much about. He wasn't. I didn't see a whole lot of scouting reports on him. But what I've been watching the film on this guy, he reminds me of a Devin Funchess or Alshon Jeffrey type of receiver. Big body receiver. He's 6'2", I believe, just like just an inch short of Alshon Jeffrey. But big body receiver who can go out there and get those 50-50 footballs, 50-50 balls, snatch those footballs out of the air. That's the type of receiver that he reminds me of. He's not a Nelson Agholor type receiver. So I don't see this guy being a replacement for Nelson Agholor. But the Eagles got a decision to make, man. They got a decision to make. This is the 5th and final year of Nelson Agholor's rookie contract, and they got to decide, is he worth us bringing back down the road, next offseason. They could decide, hey, before the trade deadline, the 2019 season, we could trade him, but whatever they do, man, they definitely got a big decision to make. That's for sure. So unless something drastic happens, man, I don't expect Nelson Agholor to be going anywhere. I think he will spend at least one more year in Philadelphia. I don't know, unless something big and drastic happens, the Eagles get a very big deal that they can't refuse. I don't see nothing happening. I expect Nelson Agholor to be the number 3 receiver on the Eagles roster come next season. When you look at the Eagles depth chart right now at wide receiver, of course, you have Alshon Jeffrey, the number 1 wide receiver. You got Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson is the number 2 receiver. Nelson Agholor is the number 3 in the slot. But then that number 4 spot is really up for grabs, man. Just so much over there, man. You got Matt Collins, who missed all of last year. I believe with a groin injury. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but he missed all of last year. Of course, you got Shelton Gibson. And now the addition of JJ Arcega, Whiteside, that number 4 spot at wide receiver is really up for grabs, man. Whoever wants it the most is really got to battle it out during training camp to show the team, the coaches, that they really want that spot. So that spot's really up for grabs, man. Anybody can win that number 4 spot right now. But I actually do like that they did bring in a wide receiver because it adds competition to that wide receiver room. Healthy competition, man. It brings the best out of players, man. It makes them step up their game and perform at their very best. So I have no problem with the Eagles drafting a wide receiver. Personally, I wanted Marquise Brown. I told you guys that, but obviously Marquise Brown went to the Ravens. We could have got we could have had a chance to get him, but we drafted Andre Dillard instead. And I'm actually very happy with the Andre Dillard. I'm very happy with Andre Dillard, drafting him. That's gonna be a great left tackle to replace Jason Peters eventually when Jason Peters moves on. So I'm very happy with that. I can't complain about that. So yeah, I have no problems with them adding another wide receiver. It just brings more. It brings the competition, the very best out of the wide receiver locker room. But yeah, Howie Roseman, like I said, man, says that he's, that they're very excited to have Nelson Agholor on the team, and they, basically saying that, pretty much confirming that Nelson Agholor will more likely be a member of the Eagles in 2019, unless something very drastically happens between now and the season. So, yeah, just wanted to come on here and I guess give you guys a little update on that. You know, a lot of teams, like I said, they saw Nelson Agholor as a player that they could possibly pry away from the Eagles, that the Eagles will be possibly willing to part ways with. He's in the last year of his contract. He's going to command a pretty nice, sizable market in the off season next year. He's going to command one, and it's crazy because Nelson Agholor 2 years ago had nets of no damn value whatsoever. You know, his rookie year and his sophomore year were absolutely atrocious. You know, he was dropping almost everything that was thrown his way. And most of us Eagle fans wanted him the hell out of Philadelphia. I will admit that myself. I wanted him gone. So it's amazing the turnaround that this kid has had, in the last 2 years, man. Like, he was on the verge of being kicked out of the league, being kicked out of the NFL, to now being a guy with very considerable market. There would definitely be some teams for sure interested in Alshon Jeffrey. Yeah, there would be teams interested in him, of course, but there would definitely be some teams interested in Nelson Agholor if for some reason the Eagles were to let him walk in free agency next year. So the Eagles got a big decision to make. Are they going to re-sign him next offseason, or they're going to let him walk? Like I said, they could potentially trade him before the trade deadline, but we'll have to just wait to see what happens, man. But for right now, Nelson Agholor is a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, going to the 2019 season, unless something drastically happens. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think at some point the Eagles will trade Nelson Agholor, or do you think he's going to play his 5th year on this contract, where he's going to make $9 million? Do you think he's going to play the full 2019 season with the Eagles? Maybe get re-signed or go elsewhere? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I love all you guys. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you for that, man, for the bottom of my heart. But please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Spunky 991 is out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.